Hello, Minh Trí. Nice to meet you.
I'm pretty nice to meet you too.
Yeah, long time no see. And actually, today we will have a talk with Minh Trí, an IELTS test taker with minimal English for some time, and he just got 7.0 for the second time and 6.5 for the first time. But after only 7 days, he got 6.5 to 7.0 overall. So today he will be here to share about some of the valuable experiences that people can learn from. Hello, Minh Trí. So can you give a brief introduction about yourself, like your name, your age, your school, and so on?
Hello everyone, I'm Vậy Minh Trí, as the teacher said me, and I'm born in 2008, so I'm currently 16 years old now. I'm currently learning in Vinschool, which is nearby there, and I'm currently learning 11th grade.
Okay. So today we will have several questions for Minh Trí. So the first question is, okay, so can you share about your experience of studying at minimal English and what really impressed you the most?
Actually, minimal English is also my first center, IELTS center, and also I have never switched to other centers. I mean IELTS center specifically, and I would say that I think that this center fits me the most because the teaching, the way of teaching, and also the teacher is really friendly and helpful.
Okay, so what impressed you the most? It is like teacher's personality or something else?
Actually, teacher's personality is special, not only because sometimes teacher can be a little bit tell stories a lot, which I really like. Also, the ways of teaching is easy even for students that's not in only band 5, band 6 can also understand. And also there are many classes ranging from even the lowest of 1 or 0 to up to 7, 8. There are 3 types of classes, and I've experienced all the 3.
Oh, really? So you even started from a 4.0 entry level?
I actually started at 5.0, but then I haven't adopted with the learning, so I dropped to the lowest class. But then I felt that the lowest class is too easy for me. So when I got up to the middle class, I was like, that was actually it's really not easy and not that hard. I mean, it's suitable for me. But then I really wanted to take a test in August, so I switched up to the highest class, and I've learned that class for most of the time now.
So I still remember the first time when you came to my class. At that time, your entry level is nearly 5.0, so you came to red class, but it was a little bit challenging and difficult. So you nearly surrendered. You nearly gave up. But after some time, you decided to come back and learned from 5 to, and now from 5 to 7, right?
I actually started at 5. I don't remember 5.0 or 5.5, but
5. Yeah.
5. But I was like, at first when my mom said about the IELTS test, like the 7.0 able to learn SAT for free in Vinschool. So at first I was like, I couldn't even get 7.0 because I haven't learned that much of IELTS. And my score is pretty low. My first score is pretty low.
second question for you. So, thinking about your learning journey in the IELTS test, what is so special about the teaching method at Minimal English that can improve your skills quickly? For example, the learning schedule, flexible teaching method, hybrid learning, and so on.
I would say that most of the time, some teacher would like to teach students about the theory. Theory, and focus less on the actual work. Meanwhile, this class, the theory is only 10%. Most of the time, it's actual practices, and the class uses a software which is called Study4. I would say that it's really helpful because I can not only practice in the class, I can also practice at home if I have an account.
So the way that teachers divide the knowledge is 10% for the theory, and 90% for brainstorming ideas and really practice can help you to improve so quickly, right? Yeah. Okay. So the next one, how did the facilities create favorable conditions for your learning, like the temperature, the air conditioner, tea breaks, the light, the sound? The facilities can help you.
There are many facilities in this class which I really like. One of them I really like is actually tea break. So I can rest because the class is 2 hours long. So sometimes I'm really starved. Not really that starving, but I really want to eat something. So there are teas, also cookies, which I really like. Also, there are not only one classes, there are also 2 classes. The small class it's actually used for testing purposes, but also for the future that will be used for the second class. And also the teachers use the screen. It's actually really big, so that students can able to see. And also the air conditioner is really cool. I would say that this class is full of facilities that I really like.
So, even though some people say that facility is just the added value to the learning experience, but I don't think so. Because when you think about the time when you left school, you feel really exhausted and sometimes you are hungry. So you really want a learning environment that have the cool temperature, the light, the sounding effect, and delicious tea break, because you can recharge your energy and you can continue your motivation for learning. I think so. So apart from facilities, how about the way we can help you to maintain your motivation to boost your scores, like when the reading texts are so long, when the writing essays are too boring? So how can you be motivated by our teachers and teaching staff?
Actually, let's talk about reading. Sometimes I got my homework, and sometimes I got 8 or sometimes 7. Or even 6.5. But when the test was really near, when I took the first test, the reading was actually, I felt that it was not that hard. But when I received the score, it was 6.5. But somehow, for some reason, the second test, the reading, I felt it was much harder. But when I got the score, it was 7.0. I don't know how. But also, when I got the score from the first time, which is 6.5, I was about to give up because I have no more motivations, right? Because actually my close friend also got 6.5 earlier.
Okay, so the next question is, for the first time you took the test and you got 6.5, but after only 7 days you retook and you got 7 overall. So can you share about the reasons why you decided to retake the test? Yeah.
I actually took the test the first time in August 31st, and at that time I thought that listening would be worse than reading, but that ended up being the opposite. Even though I took the reading test and it's not that hard, but for some reason I only got 6.5, while the listening I got 7, and the overall 6.5. But at that time I was really sad, and I was about to give up because my life was used to be like spoiled by my grandmother. And when I was about to give up, you actually told me to write all the situations. So I found 4 situations. The first obviously are give up, and the second are actually retake the test, which will cost 4 million down. The third option is to recheck, ask the test taker to recheck the exam again. And the last one is actually retake the one skill. But at that time, my 6.5 was actually close to 6.0. So if I took one of the skill, it would be almost impossible to get a 7. And that also applies to the rechecking the test. So that only leaves me 2 options: to give up or retake the test.
To retake
the
whole test.
Retake the whole test. And when I got home, I told my mom and dad. Actually at the time I would also say that I wanted to give up, but then my mom and dad said the opposite. They offered me the second chance, and my dad really opened the screen and told that he had charged the money. So at that time I have to learn everything again, like learning with you, and also learning via YouTube channel. At that time, I found out that there is a free online IELTS used because I paid the money to take a test, so they are gifts to me. And I would say that I wouldn't think that I would get 7 for a second time. At that time I was like, I would not get the 7.0.
So for the first time, he got 6.5, but just several days. So do you think that your competency, your English proficiency, really improved after 7 days? Or just your emotion, like for the second time you keep calmer? Or for the second time you familiarize yourself more with IELTS exam formats. So what are the main contributing factors for the change of your score?
Actually, I would say that both of them are important, because the two tests that I take actually took place in the same location near my dad's workplace. So because I chose that place so that my dad can pick me up and drove to his workplace. And the second thing that you said is that I familiarize the environment. Yes, I really familiarize the environment and get calmer. I remember the first time when I got to the computer room, I was like really nervous. But then the second time I felt much better. I didn't even feel nervous like the first time.
Yeah, true. Yeah, because when you do something at least, you will really focus on the test itself, not just the outside environments. Like you don't need to focus. Okay, so the next 2 last questions for Minh Trí. Do you plan to take the IELTS test again in the future?
Certainly yes, because even though I got 7, which is a really high score, I really wanted to get a higher score, which is 7.5 in the future, because 7.5 is in the next level, not like 7.0. Even though 7.0, I really have like a lot of benefits, like I'm able to learn SAT for free, and also I can use that IELTS 7.0 to impress my friends, because not all of them get 7.0. Even all the students in my class, no one got 7.0 because they haven't taken the test yet.
Oh, so you are in grade 11?
Yeah, in grade 11.
You are in grade 11. After tech holiday, we will have a new course for the entry level 6.5 and 7.0 to aim for 7.5 to 8. I mean the new course after tech holiday, maybe next March, or if it's later, it is like summer holiday, maybe. I mean March or May 2025. We will have the new course for 6.5 or 7.0 entry level. They want to aim for 7.5 or 8, and I will take in charge this class, and I will hire another high quality teachers who got 8 or 9.0, kind of. Let's see. And the next question is, have you used this score to apply to any schools, or do you know about some of the universities that use 7.0 of yours?
Actually, there are many universities that use my 7.0, but what I really wanted is actually the scholarship. Some of the school, like some of the universities, like Vinschool, the minimum IELTS score is 6.5. But sometimes, to get a scholarship, I need to get 7.0 with other like achievements also, and sometimes also 7.5. And the 7.0 I haven't used to apply to any school, but I have used to apply so that I can learn SAT in my school for free, and also I can use the 7.0 to impress my friends.
Okay, and the last one, it is a small question from a student in our existing class. Because in the nearest test, you got 8.0 in the listening test. So they really want to ask you about how you self-study so that you have such a high score in listening, which is 8.0.
Before the test, before I took the test, I expected that the listening score will be worse than the reading score, but then that totally changed. When I took the first test, my reading was 6.5, while listening 7.0. But then I took the second test, and the listening goes up to 8.0, while the reading only goes up to 7. So actually, I not only learned the listening skills in the class, I also learn at home, like self-studying. So I usually go to YouTube and search for popular IELTS channel, and then I found a perfect channel which has been running for over 10 years, which is IELTS Advantage. This IELTS Advantage I remember you actually also use IELTS Advantage to learn new things about IELTS. And I found out in listening, you have to focus 100% in the listening. Also, I found out that in the test, the second test actually I think it's easier because it uses the map, which is actually my main strength. My main weakness is actually multiple choice.
Okay, so it is also a kind of luck.
Yeah.
When